Good morning. It is 12:35 on Monday morning, the 3rd of June, and we're leaving from the Deacon's pasture, having just watched the match of Oman versus Namibia. It was very exciting. It came down to super over. So we are going to do a short drive from the park and ride facility where a bus just dropped us onto the mighty Grynner highway, and make our way to St. Philip. So this is the mighty Grynner highway at night, formerly known as the Spring Garden Highway. As you can see, some of the spectators are walking. It's a very uncomfortable walk at this time of night from the Kensington Oval. So we opted to use the bus. We arrived and we used the park and ride facility. There were some hiccups, but this was the first match in Barbados, so I give them 8.5 out of 10. In terms of the oval itself, 10 out of 10. Everything was well organized and some exciting cricket. You can see the lights ahead at the Kensington Oval. This is Rihanna Drive to our left. And you can see the beauty of the Kensington Oval at night. Very, very good facility. Very exciting. Amazing how quickly everybody got into their vehicles and made their way home. Police did a very good job at controlling the traffic. Not more than 10 minutes ago, you couldn't drive through here easily because there were hundreds of spectators looking to get to their vehicles. So we're turning around at the Elsie Payne roundabout. Which is at the end of the Princess Alice Highway, to make our way back up the... Oh, here you can see some of the buses waiting for other passengers. So there are different park and ride facilities at Queen's College and the University of the West Indies and the BTMI car park in Bridgetown, one or two others. You park there and you get a bus into the area because there's no parking allowed. And that's $10 each way, or $5 US. So $20 or $10 US round trip. The Barbados currency is pegged to US. Two to one. This is another night video, but of course this is midnight on Sunday night, Monday morning in Barbados, so of course it will be relatively quiet. And we're about to pass the entrance for the Deacon's pasture where we started this drive. This is the right turn here, just about where you see the traffic lights. That's where we just started. This is the desalination plant on the right that we're passing, and the Barbados Light and Power Company generation plant on the left. Lighting in this area. We're approaching Black Rock. So to our right is the Black Rock main road on the other side of this island. Here marks the end of the mighty Grynner highway, and we take the Frank Worrell roundabout to join the ABC highway. That left turn there would have taken you along the west coast. So we begin our journey on the Gordon Cummins highway. Past the Mandela Park on our right, Mandela Freedom Park that is. This is also known as University Drive, but it's along the Gordon Cummins section of the ABC highway. This is the University of the West Indies on our right, and the Errol Barrow Center for Creative Imagination on our left. And this area here is called the CARICOM Research Park, where there are various offices of the university. To the right, you are seeing the Frank Worrell Halls of Residence for the university. And this area is where many overseas students rent various apartments and share houses to pursue their studies at the University of the West Indies, Cayfield campus. So this left turn takes you up to Wanstead Gardens and Oxnards and Wanstead Terrace and areas like that. We continue along the Cummins section of the ABC highway. We We've done this route before when we did the roundabouts, but this is just an experiment doing a nighttime video. Most of our videos have been done during the day, so we just wanted to give our viewers a different view of Barbados at night. We're aware that the lighting isn't the best, but we still want to show you what it's like at night. We recently did a drive from the airport to Oistins, and it was a rainy night, and the quality of the footage wasn't necessarily the best, but we felt it was important to show some nightlife in Barbados, what Oistins is like. So for those of you who enjoyed our Warrens video, you're gonna see the same view as we enter Warrens, but at night. So you get to see the lights. Unfortunately, unlike other countries, the tall buildings are not lit at night. So you can see them ahead, but then virtual darkness. You can see some lights in the middle of the buildings, but not lit as they would be in other areas such as Port of Spain, Trinidad. Where energy costs are so much lower than in Barbados. So it's not uncommon to find offices and homes in Trinidad with the air conditioning units running 24/7. This is the Darcy Scott roundabout that we always talk about. We're in the heart of Warrens now. Williams Tower to our left. Rather attractive building. The Michael Mansour building on the left there, which is CIBC's headquarters, and the Everton Weeks roundabout. As we exit Warrens. To approach the Clyde Walcott roundabout, which is also known as the Officer roundabout, informally that is. I suspect most of these vehicles are also leaving the Oval. second exit on the highway. The first exit to the left takes you into Hothersall, and we're approaching the Clyde Walcott roundabout. Of which there are 4 exits, including the 4th exit to go right back in the opposite direction. So exit number 1, exit number 2, and we remain on the ABC highway. And at this point we are going through the Bell, and this is the Errol Barrow section of the highway now. We ended the Cummins section at the Darcy Scott roundabout. This is repeat information for those of you who followed the roundabout drive. So it may be a bit repetitive. This is the Norman Niles roundabout. And again we continue. So we're in Haggett Hall now. H-A-G-G-A-T-T, Haggett Hall. And here we see the illustrious Goddard building on the left with some light. The beauty of nighttime videos is really the lights, but unfortunately some of the roads in Barbados are not that well lit, so it doesn't make for interesting nighttime recording, but there are still some points where you can enjoy the beauty of the lights. And as we approach the JTC Ramsey roundabout, also known as the Bussa roundabout, can't even see it because it's not lit at all. So we're approaching Wildy now. Failed to mention St. Barnabas, which we just passed. This is the Caribbean Broadcasting station on the left, CBC. Channel 8 television. Few radio stations, 100.7 and 94 something. The Pine Industrial area is to the left, and this roundabout is the roundabout at Wildy. approaching the Garfield Sobers roundabout, which leads down to Rendezvous Hill, but we are staying along the ABC highway on our way to St. Philip. We're not going to do the recording all the way into St. Philip because the lighting gets worse the further away you move from Bridgetown, or should I say civilization, because as you know, some people refer to St. Philip as St. Philip. This vehicle here that just did a bit of a bad drive has a P registration number, so they are also going to St. Philip, as well as this other one here. As well as this one. 3 St. Philip vehicles. Interesting. By the way, I didn't mention that Namibia won the match. It was a really close finish, but I think the better team won. And as we approach the Errol Barrow roundabout, which is right here, you can see that the area is not that well lit. I must say it's much nicer to do the nighttime videos without the rain. So we'll see how this video turns out. And depending on your feedback, we may do some more of the nighttime videos. That's the large Koeman hardware store that started operations in Barbados within the last few years. And when we left the Errol Barrow roundabout, we started the Adams section of the highway. Turn off is to the Dighton Griffith School and Kingsland and Wharton. lot of these drivers seem to be in a real hurry to get home or wherever it is they're going. It can't be to catch a plane because at this time of night the airport is very quiet. And I don't think there are any flights leaving at this time. So the assumption is they're going home. This left takes us to Ballantine. As you can see, it becomes dark out here. This is what it looks like without lights on the highway out here. The Henry Ford roundabout, and this exit takes you to 6 Roads in St. Philip. We're just showing you that we just did a bad drive there, but just to show you what that side of the road looks like. You can afford to do things like that when there's no one on the road, but that's not something we would normally do. This junction here, the Balls Junction, there was a fatal accident a few weeks ago around the same time on a weekend. This is the Chickmont facility on the left. You should remember that from previous videos, including the nighttime Oystons video that we did recently. This left turn takes you to Lowlands. And that turn that we started, just to show you how dark the road was, if we had turned through there, you would get to the same place, because that left turn would have taken us en route to 6 Roads. And there's a turn that you could take at that point to get you back to Lowlands as well. You can see vehicles approaching and one just turned. That's because there's a roundabout here. Roundabout at Coverley. We mentioned this before, but it's quite an impressive roundabout. Very good interchange. Again, taking you into the villages at Coverley there. But we're staying on the highway on our way to St. Philip. You can see this stretch of road all the way down to the airport. Not a car in sight. It's now 1:07 a.m. on Monday morning. In a few hours time we need to be up for work. But here we are, D&J Drives, doing a recording of this drive for you, our viewers and subscribers. So it may have been a bit boring, or who knows, maybe some of you enjoyed it. But whatever the case, we ask that you still like the videos, share them, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and spread the word to your friends and family, especially those planning a visit to Barbados or Barbadians who live overseas, because then you can see things like this, the lovely Grantley Adams International Airport at night. So to end, we just turn at this roundabout at Spencer's. And enter the Grantley Adams International Airport to give you an idea of what it looks like at this time. You can see the Caribbean Airlines terminal right ahead. Sorry, the Caribbean Airlines check-in counter right ahead. No one is there, just security personnel. Air Canada, American. This is the Grantley Adams International Airport. Not even taxi operators are here, which means that no flights are expected. So as we say goodbye from D&J Drives, we are at the Grantley Adams International Airport, having just given you a drive from the pasture at Deacons to the Grantley Adams International Airport on our way to St. Philip. But we'll end the video here as the roads are quite dark further on. So thanks for spending this time with us, and then we'll see you again soon.